So it's December 26, 2023. Colleen and I took the kids out to the mall with their friends. And I gotta say, as a parent, it's so awesome. And we had to take two separate cars because, we were carting around all their friends too. And it's just like, you don't really think about it. But then you think about just how great is that? Like, why are my glasses crooked? They're super crooked. Crooked! Like, I was gonna say like Nixon, but compared to these people, he wasn't crooked. Like, what the hell? But I'm just making this video because it's just like, I mean, that was awesome, and I didn't even do anything. I drove. We picked up Max. We went. We met the other kids at the. It's funny because one of Olivia's friends, not what the hell's her name? Now I'm brain farting on her name, and I know what her name is. But her sister, Sylvia or whatever, like it's funny because Colleen and I we got some Chinese food. Although is teriyaki and rice considered like it's, yeah, I guess it is, but it's pretty American because it tastes pretty damn good. Um, but I asked her, because there was an extra chair where she's sitting, and I had no idea who she was, and uh, God, I'm still trying to think of that girl's name, Shelby, and her sister, who actually looks older than her, but she's younger than her. Like, I was just confused, but I asked her for a chair, and she's like looking at me like she has no, like, what's this creepy old guy doing? Like, I'm asking for a chair. There's an extra chair there. You're sitting there, but she didn't, And then I guess she was thinking that. Well, she told me that. Oh, I'm just waiting for people, so she doesn't need the chair. And I was just like, okay, I was just asking, and little did I know we were the people she was waiting for. I didn't know, I was just with Colleen and the kids. Um, but oh, that's funny. But again, the main point is, it was so wonderful just to see them go with their friends and be happy because well, you just like seeing that, but like then you, on top of it, like you remember doing the same shit, and you just think about like what your parents did for you, and you're just like, oh my god, and and I said to Colleen, like, even like before we left, I'm like, we're awesome, like we're doing this, it's like we're creating memories for our kids. What's better than that? And I bought this coat, and it came with a scarf. I looked a lot better before I did that, didn't I? Yeah. Um, but it was like 55. It was regularly, literally 180, and it was on sale for 80. So never buy clothes or jewelry or any of that, anything really at full price, because the markup is so astronomical that like, you're telling me you're going to be able to sell this coat for $80 and still make a profit and pay everyone, and pay to open up shop and stuff like that. It's like, come on now. But it was $80, and I got you, I'm gonna put the camera down there, and you're gonna see a couple clothes. That's my dirty clothes. That's my shoe right there, huh? Yeah. Again, it was regularly 75, and it was 45. So I'm only doing that because I almost said my Uncle Jim, because I'm so used to saying Uncle Jim for the kids. My brother got me a $250 card, I guess, and So I was just like, you know what? Because I got to groceries next week. We just had Christmas, so we have no money. But I think what I'm gonna do is, uh, when Colleen gets home, is just congratulate her and for a job well done. For this was a pretty good Christmas. Considering they got $600 phones like a month and a half ago, and so you know that's $1,800 plus the extra service and stuff. It's well over $2,000. And then I have to put on a Christmas here, and it wasn't bad. It was like $300 each. So it was about $1,000 for each kid. Um, yeah, with stockings and all that stuff. It like we did it. Like I feel like we got to start saving right now, because they're like, I don't even know how we're doing it, but we are somehow, some way. So that's good, right? So yeah, I dropped off Bella to work. She's working at Papagenos, Papagenos, and I pulled up like at 4:53. That's after dropping off the other two at Michael's because they needed some double-sided tape because Luke wants to hang something on his wall. Isn't that something? Like, talk about great timing, man. That's me coming from friggin' Manchester. Yee. So, my plan is to get high for the rest of the night and watch some TV. I feel just I don't know what it is about like nighttime. It just like around this time I just get really run down. Like when I left last night, well, the entire family around 7 o'clock from my brother's house, I was done. Oh my god! Like I just felt like I don't know. Just and I'm just like, well, why? Why is it happening? It's like, is it a side effect of my medicine, or is the cancer moved? Like, what is happening? Why do I feel like that? But it could be, um, it could be. There is stress with Christmas, especially like I'm 52. I know. I look like I'm 18. I get it. Ooh-wee. Um, I wouldn't want to look like I was 18. I think, you know, 28. That's a good time. Although I look back on my life and like, me. I moved around a lot as a kid. And I think just one too many times. I think the move after New York was just, at least for me, I was just like, you know what, I'm not even gonna try. It's like I'm still gonna be me, um, you know, but I'll be remembered as that quiet kid who didn't speak, and then that kid gets into radio and he ends up working at the local radio station, being, I was gonna say the voice and face for it, but yeah, I just meant from a managerial standpoint, and I think I did work there long enough to get some recognition, but recognition for being a dork, in a pretty in pretty good shape. Yeah, I was in good shape, but now it's just like, man, it's just like I can't get under 230 pounds, 230, man. It's just I'm at what 237 now. I mean, that's huge. That's 37 more pounds than I want to be. You know, and I think to myself, well, if I get sick, maybe I'll be glad I have on that extra weight. But shit, man, once that hits, doesn't matter if you're 200 and 237 or 257, whatever. It's still going to do the same thing. But I try not to think about that. Especially on good days like this. You know, but like I say, it's always with you, man. Just yeah, you fucking almost 9 years with stage 4 lung cancer. That's not normal. What the hell, man? And it's I think this is quote unquote the new normal for people with um, mutations. You know, like usually when you think about mutations, it's superhero or Spider-Man got bit by a spider and so on and so forth. But no, it's ALK. I think ESG. There's a couple of other ones, ROS. You know, but I know that people with my type of cancer, we are the most rare, if that makes any sense, or the least rare, like however you want to put it. I believe it's the most, but it's like 1% maybe of all lung cancer, maybe but the one thing we all have in common is we were in pretty good shape, you know, worked out or ate right or did both, and you know, I worked out and I ate okay. I think I worked out well, not only to stay in shape and because I was a public figure, um, even if it was radio, when I went out and did a remote, which was you know uh, a live broadcast. I mean, it was quite often, um, until I started pawning them off on my staff. you know, it's like they needed the money. Needed the money worse than I did, um, at the time, just because. I don't know why I did that. My mouth's getting dry. I took a hit, um, but yeah. The, when you're a program director, like you can make a livable wage. Um, and then if you get a side gig like I did, I did radio broadcast school for a while, and then it just got too onerous with the state. Like you had to do accounting. You had to give your papers over to accounting so they could make sure you're not ripping people off and all sorts of stuff. And that was like $250, and there was just charges everywhere, and you're just like, what are you doing? Like what are you doing? I, yeah, that's right. I needed a $20,000 security deposit. Um, so that would be in case I tried to rob people. Like a fake. Like they would have um, annual. Uh, Basically, they would meet with you and find out how it's going, and it's just like these people are so clueless. They are so clueless. I could have said anything and tricked the shit out of them into believing whatever. Because they have no idea about the industry. They don't know its terminology, its ins, its outs, its publications, nothing. nothing, but you know, I, of course, that was $250, and it's just everything, everything, and you like when you think about cuts to programs and stuff, it's them that people are talking about. There's really no need to have those amount of people for to monitor something that they're not even qualified to monitor. But anyway, my glasses keep falling off. So today was a good day. December 26th, 2023. See that? Yeah. Just a fat man and a little coot.